All right. So, for API Heritage Month this year, we decided to showcase the life and work of Nellie Wong, a renowned Chinese-American poet based in the Bay Area who is also a member of Radical Women and the Freedom Socialist Party. To mark her 90th birthday last year, her 5th collection of poetry, Nothing Like Freedom, was published by Hung Look Press. The collection bridges decades of her remarkable career and includes works spanning from the 1970s to the present. Nothing Like Freedom was recently reviewed in the December issue of the Freedom Socialist newspaper. Reviewer Robert Eugene Rubino, who is a labor poet from San Francisco, called her work a seamless blend of dreamlike impressions and sharp observations, spanning a long and impressive timeline. At 90, this Chinese-American working-class feminist / radical / activist / poet fearlessly continues to lyrically explore the multi-layered essence of family, labor, and justice. Born in 1934, Nellie is the daughter of immigrants, and she is one of 7 children. She has been involved with Radical Women for 50 of her 90 years. In addition to her 5 books of poetry, she has contributed to the Voices of Color anthology by Freedom Socialist Party and Radical Women's Red Letter Press, written numerous articles for the Freedom Socialist newspaper, and has been featured in over 200 other anthologies and publications. Her papers are housed at California Ethnic and Multicultural Archives, and in 2022, she received Reginald Lockett Lifetime Achievement Award from Penn Oakland. The Penn Network is one of the most respected literary organizations in the world. Founded in 1921 to champion literature and defend free expression, particularly for writers of color and the working class. Nellie grew up in Oakland, California's Chinatown. Her work celebrates growing up working class in a Chinese-American culture and family. She even has a building named after her at Oakland High School due to popular student acclaim. As a tribute to her decades of passionate creative writing, radical organizing, and multiracial solidarity building among the exploited. Interestingly, Oakland High School is also where she first encountered racism as a teenager in a largely white and middle-class environment. When I read Nothing Like Freedom, I was struck by the frequent theme of dissonance she creates between herself and her community and family on the one hand, and on the other hand, the dominant American culture that centers whiteness, white femininity, and those who benefit from that worldview. For example, in the poem Give Me No Flowers, she begins by listing political wives who were publicly defined by the types of flowers they liked to receive and how much they cost. She then addresses the women of America, asking whether they truly desire such things, and transitions into the hardships many real women in America face. In another poem, Year of the Dog, she describes the experience of women who gossip about her in English while she goes about her daily life, shopping at the grocery store, calling her too slow or in the way, assuming she doesn't understand. Nellie has a long history of leadership in the Bay Area branches of Freedom Socialist Party and Radical Women. She served for many years as the Bay Area FSP branch organizer and is a veteran member of the Joint National Comrades of Color Caucus of the 2 organizations. She has been a delegate to the San Francisco Labor Council and has fought for political prisoners like Mumia Abu-Jamal and has defended abortion clinics and reproductive freedom. Her feminism is also apparent in her view of her own job as a clerical worker for 30 years. She considered this to be an underappreciated skill in which she excelled and she considered it far from mundane. Here is what she had to say about her own radicalism. As a feminist of Chinese American roots, my disrespected skin color and low-paid status as a secretarial worker shocked me into a realization that I've embraced now for many years. The knowledge that racist, sexist, and anti-worker discrimination leveled against one is leveled against all. We must seek integration into revolutionary change, not into a business-as-usual capitalist America that puts people of color and women in chains. That's what's necessary. She has written about Asian invisibility and the historical use of Chinese Americans as cheap labor following the Civil War to undercut free Black labor. Nellie has also advocated for Black and Indigenous reparations, as well as for reparations for other communities of color exploited under U.S. capitalism. There are strong feminist themes throughout Wong's work, including the treatment of Chinese immigrant women who are often exploited in the sex trade. Her poem, Comfort Women, explores this directly. She has often been criticized as angry by those with preconceived notions of how an Asian American woman is expected to sound. Alternatively, she's been treated as if she is a puppet, merely echoing others' words, an experience I can relate to as a Black feminist. This, too, is part of the broader problem of Asian invisibility in American culture. For Wong, sexism cuts across everything and goes deep. She writes about the interconnectedness of struggles and the belief that the only way yellow feminists can achieve real unity is through revolution, through socialism. In one of my favorite poems, Sounds of the Night, she begins with the meditative ticking of the clock in her home at night. She comes back to the rhythm of this ticking again and again as she departs into poetic reflections on all sorts of larger political images. The ticking becomes the backdrop for reflections on war, U.S. bombings in Iraq, and broader political events, held in contrast to the expectation that her life, like that of many working-class Asian women, is supposed to appear quiet, uneventful, or unremarkable. And now we're going to show a video of Sounds of the Night. In the night,